Welcome to Make Your Own Time, your favorite podcast for lighthearted and straightforward conversations about cultivating a mindset of freedom and unfuckwithable joy. I am Brittany Gayle, your hostess with the mostest, the mama with no drama, and the millennial mystic on a journey to freedom. I want to take a second to tell you about Anchor. I don't know if you've heard, but Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. So it's free for one. Two, they distribute your podcast to several platforms with the click of a button. And three, you can upload and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. It's really everything you need to make a great podcast in one place. Your podcast can be anything you want. It can be funny. It can be a how-to. You can just get up here and review things or cackle. It's whatever you want it to be. The important part is to remember to have fun. So to get started, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Make Your Own Time, the podcast. I'm Brittany Gayle, and I am happy to be here today. If this is your first podcast, I am so happy you're here. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen and sit back and enjoy. And if you've been here before and you've heard the previous two podcasts, thank you for returning. The love is real. I see you. I feel you. I appreciate you. So happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. So I had an episode recorded, and I'm learning myself every week during this podcasting journey. And I sat down and I was about to push publish, and I realized, girl, it's Black History Month. And I don't really want to talk about what I thought I wanted to talk about. Instead, I've decided to share a lovely book that I just got maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's just in time for this month. And I was thinking this would be a really lovely episode that we can share with our children. So I want to be completely authentic because I got this idea from a Little Juju podcast. Shout out to a Little Juju podcast. Shout out to Juju. Oh, one day I'm going to stand and have a whole episode about how I've been so touched by a Little Juju podcast. But it's one of my favorite podcasts. And she did this thing where she reads like folklore or, little African spiritual tales or things like that for children. And she's just been encouraging people to share more for children. She doesn't even have children, but people went up for it. And here I am with 3 whole children. And I was like, okay, this will be beautiful. So I'm going to use this episode to share a book called A Child's Dream, ABCs of Black History. And I chose this book because the brother that wrote the book went to North Carolina A&T, which is where my husband graduated from, and I'm a Bennett Belle. So that's very close to my heart right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And he's also a family member of someone in my husband's bike club. So I see this as a way to not only big up somebody who is doing something worthy and beautiful, writing books for children and keeping us just in touch with our history. And the way he did the book, it's a lot of modern history too, which I really appreciate. So my 11-year-old is reading the book right now. And I just want to use this space to share. If you feel inclined to do so, please go look it up. Go find the brother, congratulate him. And the illustrator, the pictures are by Renee Hunt. And this book is wrote by Trumaine McCaskill, McCaskill. Oh, McCaskill. Trumaine McCaskill. And the pictures are by Renee Hunt. So, yeah, I'm going to read a little bit about the author, and then we're going to have a Black history reading. So please share this with your children, share this with anybody who enjoys hearing people read, and feel free to support. This cost me nothing, to share somebody's post, to share somebody's good deeds and how people are doing well. I feel like that is a big part of what we can all do to help us excel. So until you have something to sell, or until you feel like it's your time to shine, if we just all really bigged up everybody who was doing well and who we thought was adding value to the community, we would always have what we need. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to read to you for a second about Trumaine McCaskill. He's the author of A Child's Dream, ABCs of Black History. He is a North Carolina native and a full-time educator. He's a graduate from North Carolina A&T State University and the University of Florida. He gained his passion for history after reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. Since then, he has traveled the world and dedicated his life to educating young boys and girls about the historical figures that have shaped our world today. So I want to take this moment and say thank you so much to the brother Trumaine McCaskill. Thank you to Renee Hunt. The book is beautiful. I hope that this can spread the word of the good things that are being done and the way that our people are pouring back into our community, and more importantly, pouring back into our youth, because they are our future. So y'all sit back and enjoy, and I'm going to read A Child's Dream. A Child's Dream, ABCs of Black History. Written by Trumaine McCaskill. Pictures by Renee Hunt. Every night, Mommy reads a new book. She tells me stories about queens and kings. Mommy says one day I'll be just like them, and the world will remember me for doing great things. Maybe I'll grow up to be a fighter, knocking down barriers in front of me. Then people will say I am the greatest. I'll be just like Muhammad Ali. Or maybe I can be like Usain Bolt and run faster than the eye can see. I can break records in the Olympics, and then everyone would notice me. I could fly high in the sky like a bird. I could be with the clouds and the stars, following my dream like Bessie Coleman, and believe in myself so that I can go far. Maybe I can be like Frederick Douglass and show the world how strong I can be. I will stand up against impossible odds and show the real meaning of living free. I could use my ears to change the world and create new sounds that make you dance. I'll be famous like Duke Ellington and play music from here all the way to France. Maybe my voice will brighten the world because music always inspires me. Aretha Franklin taught me to be strong in order to gain RESPECT. No matter where I go in this world, in my heart, pride will beat like a drum. Marcus Garvey said I should have confidence and always remember where I am from. Alex Haley taught me to tell my own story, write about my life before slaves picked fruit. I was born to be a leader in my community, just like the family deep in my roots. I can be a great athlete one day. Perhaps you'll see my face on a sculpture. I can be like Allen Iverson, and then someday I will change the culture. My legacy will remain even when I'm gone. My life is a light that continues to shine. Henry Johnson's bravery defined his story. I will make sure it does the same with mine. Maybe I was not born to entertain, but I can make sure I let freedom ring. Maybe someday I will win a Nobel Prize and be remembered like Dr. King. I'll remember to always keep my head high. I will carry myself with certain dignity. Patrice Lumumba said to do what's right, and one day I will control my destiny. I can see myself on television, acting in front of millions of fans. Hattie McDaniels taught me I can be great, just as long as I believe that I can. Standing up for myself creates real power. Huey Newton said that only makes sense. I will not let anyone push me around because I have the right of self-defense. My grandpa says that I'll be the one. I'll work to end all of the world's drama. People will know me everywhere I go because I'll be a leader like President Obama. I can be a pioneer like Richard Pryor and help people laugh away their pain. I'll be remembered for always being honest, and history will never forget my name. I could become a well-known chemist. I'll split tiny atoms floating in the air. Lloyd Quarterman did it too, and so can I. I'll discover things that others wouldn't dare. Maybe I can be just like Jackie Robinson, leading the way and rising above the hate, opening doors that were once closed, and showing everyone that my race is great. My mother tells me to be true to myself and make sure my heart remains pure. I should love people and live my truth and keep my head up like Tupac Shakur. Harriet Tubman broke some rules. She really showed us how to be brave. Fighting for freedom and breaking the law, she knew we were more than just slaves. Perhaps I can be like Jean Upshaw and push my body to the limit every year. I'll become so strong and powerful, and maybe someday I can live with no fear. Maybe I'll perform like Luther Vandross, singing the sweetest songs ever heard. I can be praised by people of every race, and people will love my every word. I'll turn the business world upside down, expanding my worth and hiring a team. I'll be successful like Madam C.J. Walker and become wealthy following my dreams. I'll never forget about those in the struggle. I know having justice is better than having a check. I'll remember who I am and what I'm fighting for, and I'll be respected like Malcolm X. Andre Young taught me success isn't easy. Skills mixed with hard work is hard to find. Stay focused and produce your own dreams, because achieving goals is a non-stop grind. Maybe I'll grow up to be a mighty ruler. Bringing states together is what leaders do. I'll be a strong warrior for my people, and I'll demand respect like Shaka Zulu. Be strong, be proud, be confident. These are the lessons that are taught to me. Dream for a better world around you, and one day you'll be a part of history. A Child's Dream. ABCs of Black History, written by Trumaine, McCaskill, and these beautiful images are by Renee Hunt. I hope you all enjoyed this story and that you find time this Black History Month to share it with anyone, adult or child. The love is real, and until next time, I hope you're well. Thank you for listening, and remember, honesty is key. So be true to yourself, because you can't buy peace of mind. And if you are ever unhappy, always make your own time.